Hello YouTubers, beer geeks and beer hounds alike. Bill here, and we're going to do a beer review today. And we have Bootleggers Brewery Knuckle Sandwich Double India Pale Ale Double IPA. And these guys are from Fullerton, California, Southern California. And this double IPA comes in at 10% ABV alcohol. I got this from Total Wine for like 13 bucks for a 4-pack of pint cans. And I've had this before. For some time it was my favorite beer, and it is probably still in my top 5 favorite beers of all time. And this is what the can looks like. Getting a knuckle sandwich there. It's pretty cool. Nice to see they're putting it in cans. I used to go to their brewery and have this on tap quite often, and it is absolutely delicious. I had the lady, there's no date on this can or nothing, so there was a sticker on one of the cans that showed the date of like 4/19/19, and today's 5/17/19, so it's less than a month old. And let's get it cracked open and see what we got here. Been wanting to review this one for a long time. It's been probably about a year since I've had it, so I hope the recipe's the same. I've never had it from a can. There's a couple of bars around here in Orange County that have these in bottles, and they'll serve it to you in the bar. It's pretty cool. I can smell the hops from here. It smells great. It smells delicious. Alright, so we have a nice big head there. Looks creamy and frothy. Looks absolutely delicious, and it looks like it's turning rocky already. Let's get a light show here and see what the visuals are. So it looks like we have a very slightly hazy, almost completely clear copper color. You can see the sharpness of the light there slightly, but not completely sharp or clear, however you want to put it. Looks, I would say, pretty much clear with just a very slight haze to it. You can see the light. Looks absolutely gorgeous. That is probably one of the most gorgeous beers I've ever seen right there. It's like a copper color, almost like a dark copper, or like that's copper for sure. Looks really good. You see the light. Head towards the light. The light calls you. The light says, drink more craft beer. Looks delicious, as you can see. Very good looking beer. Just hardly any bubbles streaming up from the bottom. No particulates, just slightly hazy, as you can see. Looks completely delicious. Very, very delicious looking. It's definitely a different, there is some bubbles in there, but not much. It's definitely a different color double IPA. It almost looks like an American strong ale to me. But they're calling it Dipa, Double India Pale Ale. Hey, I'm not going to argue with them or with anybody over that. All I know is this is a kick-ass beer. And look at that. Look at that. You can see the slight haziness in there. See if you can see the clarity here. See, it is slightly Okay, there we go. Alright, there's the light show on the world famous Knuckle sandwich. I'm not sure if it's very sought after or not, but I sought after it and I got it. Let's get an aroma. Cheers. The aroma's better out of the can. Alright. Alright. Alright, right up front I'm getting citrusy kind of notes. Some hoppy citrusy. Like a guava, tangerine, like a mango, some oranges, a lot of pine, some darker kind of fruit notes, maybe a little bit of molasses, maybe, kind of. Maybe a little maple or some kind of maybe like an oak. It almost has like a bourbon note to it. Almost like a bourbon whiskey note. Like almost like Jack Daniels almost. Smells very nice. Let's get a hit. Cheers. Yeah, it's got pininess. It's kind of got a sweetness to it. Kind of like a slight molasses, or and there's also like a sweetness. Yeah, it's got like a whiskey kind of bourbon kind of a note to it, like a kind of like an oakiness, or maybe like a slight mapleiness. It's not super like fruity, like a hazy or nothing like that. It might even have a slight earthy note in there. Cheers. That tastes very good. I am picking up a touch of booziness, but it's not bad. It's leaving some nice lacing on the glass there, as you can see. Look at that color though. That is just gorgeous. Look at that. It's a good looking beer. Alright, let's get some agitation going here and see if we can pick up some other notes. Maybe a touch of like brown sugar. It's a little bit of it's really hoppy, kind of like piney, and a little bit like molassesy, kind of sweeter kind of notes. Maybe a touch of little bit of it's not really a tropical tasting IPA. It's more of a piney, like bourbony, kind of sweeter kind of double IPA. It's very good. It's different. It tastes almost more like a hoppy American strong ale kind of. Yeah, I'm getting sweeter notes. The malt is kind of like a little toffee, slightly caramelly. It's got a sweetness to it, that's for sure. Got a really nice medium mouthfeel. You can tell it's hoppy, but it does have a lot of sweetness. You can tell it's a really big beer. So it's got a lot of hops and a lot of malt in there. So it has a little bit of lingering bitterness on the back end. Right, man, let's do this again, see if we can pick up something else. Okay, I'm picking up a bready kind of malt note as well. So it's got a really good malt going on here. Nice sweet kind of toffee, caramelly, bready kind of malt cutting through all them hops. Yeah, it's got a sweeter side to it. A little bit, almost a little bit like a barley wine. But the bourbon seems to stand out the most to me, the pininess and like the whiskey kind of note. Cheers. Yeah, like molasses, kind of bourbon, some pine, some sweet malt, caramel bready, kind of toffee kind of malts coming through. Yeah, it's a little oakiness kind of like a woodiness, and maybe even a touch of a little touch of like some nuttiness in there as well. This is a pretty complex beer. It's kind of hard to rate. It's a very interesting tasting double IPA. It tastes awesome. I'll be doing a rating on Rate Beer. With this, I'll have that description at the description section at the bottom of this video. And I don't think I've rated this on Rate Beer yet, but what I got here, I'll probably give this like a 4.5 stars out of 5 on Rate Beer. Either 4.5 or 4.6 right in there. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's got a lot of sweeter malt notes going on there. Cheers. Yeah, it's about what I'm getting. Maybe a slight touch of some floral notes as well. Alright. 4.5, 4.6 on the score out of 5. There you go. Knuckle sandwich from Bootleggers Brewery. Pretty awesome. Not too bad of a value either, considering it's a 10%er. Alright everybody, have a nice day. Cheers. Awesome. Alright, later.